Hi, and welcome to the Great Commission Alliance media channel. In today's Bible Byte, I wanted to talk to you about fruit trees. Not any specific type of fruit, but the fruit that the Bible is talking about. So let's dive in and talk about it. All over in Scripture, we're told that we're supposed to bear fruit. But what does that really mean? It's not talking about planting some pomegranate trees or some blueberry bushes. It's talking about bearing fruit for the kingdom. So let's read Proverbs. It says, "The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and whoever captures souls is wise." This is such an awesome verse talking about sharing the gospel. And it's all the way back in Proverbs, way before any of the wonderful first century missionaries like Paul and John were even sharing about Jesus. It's amazing. If I were to look at this verse and break it down into 3 points, I would say they would be: first, count. Are you bearing fruit? What does your fruit tree look like? We all have family trees, and you can trace back your history and your ancestry, and there's even websites and DNA tests that you can do these days. But I'm talking about like your spiritual family, like how far back does your discipleship lineage go? How far forward does yours go? Can you see your spiritual great-grandchildren? How is your discipleship tree growing? Are you bearing fruit? So after you count that and just making sure that you're bearing fruit, the next would be capture. This passage says, "Whoever captures souls is wise." Now, that phrase, capture souls, is sometimes referenced in the Old Testament as like not a good thing, like capturing in war. But this specific passage is talking about capturing people and leading them away from a road that leads to death. That's pretty epic, I think. If you picture that, you're capturing someone and saying, don't go down that road. I know where it goes. You don't want to go there. Let's talk about Jesus. Like, that's really cool. If you think about sharing the gospel in that way, it's pretty epic. And third, after capturing, would be contain. Contain wisdom. This passage literally says it's wise to capture souls. That's wisdom. Out of all of the wisdom in the world that you could seek, learn how to share your faith. It is by far the coolest, most exciting, most profitable for eternity thing that you could learn how to do and have the wisdom of how to do. I would encourage you to look up some resources. The Great Commission Alliance has some great resources on how to share your faith. We're doing a live stream series right now about apologetics. So if you're feeling nervous about sharing your faith, tune in. We're going to go through all of the major arguments that people might come up against you with why you shouldn't believe the Bible or why you shouldn't believe Jesus. Learn about those arguments so that you can have a good defense and use it in a loving way when sharing your faith. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.